Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today for my final presentation for the ColArts redesign. So I've received the feedback and I've taken the feedback into consideration for the revisal of this presentation. So let's get started. So I have the cover page, which has the tender notes on it. So what is actually included in the presentation I'll be showing you all today. So this has the cover page, the design statement, the mood boards, the material boards, the site map, the render floor plans, the FF&E schedule, the keynote floor plans, the sections, the reflective ceiling plans, also the electrical plans, the elevations, the 3D renders, and finally I have the presentation boards for you to review. So let's just have a bit of a refresh. So as the design statement was received really well, I've stayed in this angle. So the design statement is: design a space that's an ecosystem, that's an incubator for innovation, and brings inspiration to all walks of life to learn and grow through connections. So again, really focusing on this connection element, where we have used a local artist to actually create these beautiful connected steel sculptures that are throughout the campus. It's in connection, and it reflects on the core values of ColArts, of really wanting to connect people, students, staff, to the outside world, to grow and to learn. Also, so the overall concept that I have put together, also a bit of a refresh. So basically it's really about like making ColArts a home away from home, making it really welcoming for students to come and actually be in the space at ColArts and want to learn and want to grow and actually meet people and actually interact through our digital world. We become very disconnected, so I feel it's a really important element to have that real human connection back in a university space where people are learning. And I feel that's been reflected really well by the selection of the furniture and the fittings that I've selected, really trying to be as sustainable as possible in the products that I've sourced and used, and also in the way I've laid out the spaces as well. So they are laid out so people can really interact, and it is a home away from home. A refresher on the mood board, so the colors and the feelings and the mood that I've gone with. I feel like this really does reflect Australia and the multiculturalness of the country, and how these natural elements can really be brought into a space to make the space feel more comfortable. So here we have the material board. So the different materials I'm using are really beautiful natural cork. I'm using natural leathers, woods, linoleum, and also lots of beautiful linen, brass, and also copper. So we have the current rented floor plan, and then moving down into the floor plan that actually has the sections of each classroom, the way the whole Cromwell Street is actually laid out, and then moving down into having the rendered floor plans. So you can actually see how the final floor plans will be laid out, and then going into the sections. So we have the Phoenix room. So Phoenix room, and then we have the reception. We have the staff kitchen. We also have the student lounge. And then moving down into the FF&E schedule for the reception. As you can see, we have all the images here. It's really easy to click on the links and go to the website to find any more extra information that's needed. It's got the pricing, it's got the sizes, it's also got the finishes, the location of actually where the item of furniture or lighting or fixture is actually going to be placed. And then on the far left-hand side, we've got the product codes. So the product codes are going to be in connection to the Revit files that I've created, which gives a really detailed overview of the floor plan and the actual items for the FF&E that I've selected. And same is for the staff kitchen. So you can see In the staff kitchen, using all black matte appliances, using lots of Smeg appliances, black sink, black fridge. I feel like the black works really well throughout this kitchen. It's really slick, it's really modern, it's going to stay up to date, and it creates a really nice feeling in the space. Adding in the modular actual seating as well, and then having the booth seats where I've designed so they can be multifaceted. So people can have private time, they can also have group lunches as well. And then moving down into the student lounge, again, lots of really nice comfortable sofas, again the same black kitchen, using the linoleum flooring, which is really easy to maintain and clean. It's also really a sustainable product. Moving down into the Phoenix room, so selected some really beautiful chairs, a custom made shelving, and also a large table for the students to be on. Also in throughout each space, we've got the connection sculpture, which is made from a matte black metal that is throughout each room. And then we have the overall costing there as well. So we had a little bit of space to breathe. We had 50,000 and it's almost at 40,000. Yeah, that last 10,000 will be going towards getting the local artists to create the connection sculptures. I've put together a range of all the products, so basically you can see all the products and how they really interact with each other. Even though they're separate rooms, I believe everything still should be coherent in each room, not completely different. So you can see how that works really well. Moving down into the floor plan now, so it's got all the keynotes, it's got all the measurements, and as you can see with this layout, it's really open planned, it's open, it's inviting, it's making students feel comfortable and visitors comfortable when they come. There's a space to sit, there's a really nice natural sustainable wood custom made blade wood reception desk, which is when you first enter. Moving down into the reflective ceiling plans, electrical plans, lots of balanced, lovely light, lots of extra PowerPoints for students to charge their digital devices in. And then moving down into the section where we have a call out of the sustainable wood reception desk, as I was talking about, made by an Australian designer, Kent Holtz. So this is being custom made. It has black felt behind it, so it really makes the wood colour pop, gives a lot of warmth. It has a really nice feeling to it. Moving down into the staff kitchen, again, we've got the keynotes with all the items of furniture. We've also got all the measurements, the overall design of this layout. As you can see, we've got the number of the booth seats. We've also got in the far right corner a corner custom-made corner seat with a lovely big table. So it's multi-purpose, this space. And also we have the stools, high stools and high bench seats, and the really open plan kitchen. Again, the staff kitchen, a reflective ceiling plan, lots of PowerPoints. Also then we have the Phoenix room. So Phoenix room, I've used a really large communal table for people to be able to sit around, really interact with the teacher, interact with each other. Then we've got the custom made shelving, and on the far top is where we have the connection sculpture as well. And moving into the elevations of the Phoenix room. So the Phoenix room, having each view gives you a really good idea of how the space is actually going to be put together and how it will actually work. And again, lots of extra PowerPoints and really nice even lighting. These lights are great as well because they cause no reflection on the computer screen, which is a really added bonus. Then again, in the student lounge, lots of comfortable seating, high bench seats, can fit a lot of people, open plan kitchen, and the same with the lighting, and the same also with the extra PowerPoints there. So moving down into the renders. So The 3D visualization of this reception is the overview of how I really envision the space being optimal. So as you can see, really strong branding. You can see the collarts. You can see a large natural green wall as we do get the light in the morning, so it will grow really well. We've got the connection sculpture, we've got linoleum flooring, which is really easy to maintain, and lots of seating. And then moving down into the next render for the student lounge, again, really comfortable sofa, high stools. We have an Indigenous Australian artist on the wall. We have also the sculpture, and also lots of plants as well, which I've integrated throughout the whole campus, which I feel is also really, really important to actually have these elements in them. And then moving down into the staff kitchen. So the staff kitchen, you can see the booth seating in more detail. So with the booth seating, it has these dividers, and these dividers really incorporate plants to be put in them. So when there are plants in between where the seating is, it does create a much more personal space. It also absorbs some sound as well. That's also absorbing sound with the paneling as well, which is also in the reception area and throughout the canvas. Also, the cork flooring is fantastic for absorbing sound. Because of the high open plan ceilings, it's really important to have that element where we do have fittings and fixtures that are absorbing the sound. So when students are studying, it doesn't become a problem with noise pollution. So the layout of the staff kitchen is done so it can be used in many ways. And then so finally now we have the presentation board for the reception room. So as I was talking about the blade, so when it does get really noisy in these high traffic areas, we do have the fittings where it will absorb the sound. We've also got the elevations, the design statements, the furniture, the connection through the sculpture, also the linoleum flooring, the lighting, and an overall floor plan. So you can really see now how everything fits together really harmoniously, and it works really well. And then to the final board where we have the student lounge, the staff kitchen, and also the Phoenix room. So this is a full overview of how all the elements interact, how they all work really, really well together, how the space has been laid out, the fittings I've selected, and how the overall look and feel and the technical drawings actually will be in the overall end design. So look, thanks very much for taking the time to listen to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for staying connected with ColArts. Have a great day. Thank you.